And alright, YouTube is finally live. Hello, Mr. Taylor and Plastodon. Lucky you guys.
Right, everything's sounding good.
You get to witness me sending the final emails to students before a vacation begins. That's why the stream is starting late. I was like, F it. I'm just want to get it done and go and close up shop. So, speaking of the vacation, Mr. Taylor, what time do we need to be at your place? Are we gonna or be at the rental place on Saturday to get the vehicle? Who else is in the chat waiting for things to happen? We'll get going here in a minute. I need to put up the getting started thing. Because we are getting started. Getting set up. Whoop. There we go. Between 12 and 1. Alright. Are we meeting at your place or the rental? It's always so weird when I get to this kind of point, knowing when a big break is going to happen. It's like everything feels like, I don't know, like I'm covered in cement and I can't move. It's like my brain is saying, just don't do anything. Just don't move. Just stop doing stuff now. It's like, no, not done yet. Not done yet, damn it. Figured it's not a big deal doing this right now because it usually takes 30 to 60 minutes for people to actually, or the most of people to finally join the stream. All right. Here we go. That one's working. Sending things to my student Ken. Sent stuff to Jose, sent it to Ken. Now I'm going to send things off to Chanel. Currently the only female guitar student I have. Oh, what the hell? Push that up, please let me know. John, hello. We're going to get rolling here in just a moment. Meet there first. Over in Mom's car. Okay, sounds good. Hello, Deaf World. Yep, so we'll get rolling here in just a minute, guys. We'll start with some sweep pick and practice. Once again, I'm going to start working on a new shape. Currently just finishing up sending the final emails.
All right, everything
before the vacation begins. And I really wanted to get this done, and I didn't want to push the start of the stream back again. So I figured, whatever, might as well just start. Takes a while for people to join the stream anyway. But hey, let's get them questions and comments coming in now. We can get Q&A stuff to start as well. I got 3 more emails to send, and then that's it. I'm done. Boom, boom. Did the video work?
all right.
Yes, it did. I have the habit of starting off every recap and video lesson as, all right, here we go. Because how else am I going to start the damn thing? 2 more emails to go. Check that video.
All right. So
See, I said all right again, but whatever. It does feel weird. It's like saying the same damn thing all the time. And attaching his material for Mr. Scott. Sending last email for Tom. Sending Tom his material. Alright, his video recap. Video recap. Hi Tom, here's your new video. Paste. If any questions come up, please let me know. And did this go through okay?
okay.
Yes, it did. Hey, I started off with okay instead of alright that time. Double check. Did I send everything? Yeah, Scott has his stuff attached. So does Chanel, Ken, and Jose. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 things sent. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 videos made. Bam. And that's that. Okay. Let's join the other things that I stream on now. Okay. Apparently I crashed. Am I back up? I certainly hope so. Because I shouldn't have crashed. It looks like it's still going. Finally got track number 3 songwriting done. Very good. Working on jamming and writing for track number 4. Very good. Okay. John Rodems? Okay, here. Oh. Alright, so I guess it did. But we're all good now. Everything's all running up and fine once more. Alright, so there's Twitch. So let's get Kick up and running. And, of course, Facebook. Let's turn all these things on now. Switch accounts. Alright. We're going to be using a major chord arpeggio today. First I was working on the minor chord arpeggio, a new one that's quite popular. I just never bothered with it because, well, I actually wasn't shown how to do this one. Alright, Facebook is going. That looks okay. Twitch up and running now. Twitch is on and going fine, it seems like. Good. Alright, there are the comments. Kick. Let's see about Kick. Go to the channel. Kick is up and running. That's good. Let's change this here. Need like 10 monitors. Alright. Hey, we got one viewer over on Twitch. Hello. Plastodon on the Kick. Hello. And Gamera on Facebook. Hey, we are up and running here. All right. That acoustic part, I need to move where I have the YouTube thing. There we go. Let's see. That acoustic part of track number 3 intro was made because... Wait a minute. Was made because heavy reflecting and hard thoughts came about. Got it. Depressed mood to write that. Depression can be a good thing for writing some emotional stuff. So that was fingerstyle. No pick on that one. Very good. All right, let's grab the 7-string. I will be taking 3 guitars to Skip's Music on Saturday. Got my original Monson guitar to get repaired. The Schecter that has a badass tremolo system and Sustainiac pickup. Need to get that repaired. And see if the Lado guitar can also get repaired. I better get those things repaired. I'm going to run out of guitars here. I got plenty. They're freaking breaking on me, damn it. All right. All right, little adjustments here. Okay, let's close out this lesson. And that's it. I am officially, well, am I officially on vacation yet? No. Is the live stream a vacation? I don't know. We'll see how it goes. We'll see how the live stream goes and see if it qualifies as part of the vacation. Anyway, let's see. I need to look up my sweep picking. 7-string guitar. No, where the hell did I put it? Sweep pick and practice. There we go. Okay. So I wonder how well I can just do this. Can I at least play that still at 180? Let's just double check. I want to make sure I can at least do that as a minimum. So now we're rolling here. This is something important to do, everybody. Once you have established some kind of speed, you need to just try it out. Try stuff out. Go for it. Don't always just work it up. Working things up is a very important part. But you still need to just go for it, too. So let's see. Can I hit it at 180 to start? Ninjo! Hello, sir. Good to see you over on the Twitch. Almost. Good. I can. Can I at least do it twice? Nope. Come on. Almost got it. Almost got it. Come on, damn it. Boy, I'm rusty on this. Jesus Christ. So I can do it once, okay. It's the repeat that gets me. There, got it. All right, done. That's it. Stream is over. See you in 2 weeks. Nah, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. All right. So the next one, I actually might do a finger roll. I'm not sure. It's going to be a major arpeggio. So I actually kind of learned this shape that I was doing here, but in a different way. I was taught that sequence of notes as a 6-string shape. How the hell did I play that? And that's the fingering I ended up using to figure it out. I have definitely not practiced that in a long ass time. Anyway, so when I learned the major scale or major chord shape, I did it like this. I went pinky, ring, and then I rolled my middle finger. And then I came down 3, 2, 1. Because going the other way just felt so terrible. But that felt good and I could control it. So I'm thinking I might do the same thing here. Same kind of thing. Because to me that makes the most sense. Appreciate you liking what I made, though. Huge compliment when you thought that was a thing. That was really cool. Like, it caught me off guard in a good way. I was like, huh. And yeah. And a big part that made it sound so cool, you played that part in time. It sounded pretty solid there. Makes a big difference. Makes a big difference listening to that stuff when it is done in good old time, for sure. All right, so how do I want to do this? I want to go... Well, I got this thing all the way up to... pretty quick with the 16s. Part of me thinks I should start with the 8th notes, then do the triplets, then go into the 16s like before. However, I don't want this stream to be too much just guitar practice. We'll try the 16th notes, see how it goes, and I'll change it if I need to. So, working it up with no repetitions, just the once up and down. That's how we're going to start it. Getting it all the time. Even if it's just songwriting. Trying to get ideas down. I think you're doing yourself a favor by always playing it in time. You'll get a better sense of what it is you're doing. And you give other people a good sense of what you're trying to do when you ask them to listen to it. Okay, so on to the practice. After this, we're going to do the usual respond to somebody else's stuff that's doing a hell of a lot better than mine. Eventually be able to edit it into a new content kind of thing. Who knows when the hell that's going to be. All right. Here we go. 60 beats per minute, starting with the new shape here. Now the question is, do I do 5? I'll try the 5s. Whoops. Select the metronome. Here we go. That. Interesting. No. Alright, I need to change how I'm doing the fingers here. Just one time done right is enough to go up in tempo? Absolutely. Yes, that's it. Because I'm trying to go up, push the speed. One and done. That's it. I don't want to waste time, energy, and effort doing it multiple times. Because, yeah, your resources are limited. They are finite. You don't want to be dicking around doing it too many times before you go on, which is a very common mistake. People think like, oh, I need to do it tons of times before I go on just to make sure I got it. If you are confident that you played it correctly, move it up. Only move it up if you're confident. You don't need to do it several times in a row. Just once. One and done. So I want to change the fingering I'm using on this, which I'm going back down. Maybe I can roll it backwards. I'm going to try. When my EP is completed, start uploading on my channel again. I'll be doing leads for covers, and I can check your progress. Certainly can. Certainly can. All right, fuck it. Let's try the finger roll. Let's see how that goes. Finger roll back down. That's gonna be different. But it might give me an advantage I haven't had before. No. No. is an advantage, isn't it? Rushed. All right, see you when you get back home, Mr. Joe. Whew. See, I'm doubting it. I'm doubting if I'm being accurate with the rhythm at this point. So now I'm doing several takes because I'm not confident. Only move on when you're confident. You're like, yep, nailed it. Absolutely. Come on. Got it. All right, 220. That feels pretty good there. Might be able to get a little bit more, but that's fine right now. All right, finger roll to the rescue. 220 BPM max. And let's try and get some repetitions in here. Pop the back as well. Oh, that one didn't want to go. Okay. Room feels oddly hot. All right. That was a strange noise from outside. Can I play this 4 times through at 200 beats per minute? All right, let's find out. I don't know. Damn it, I want to be confident with that, but just, I don't know. Let me try to 190. That's pretty good. Was that 4 times? 1, 2. Alright, I like that one. 190. 190 for repetitions. Not bad. Of course, a new step is going to be combining the stuff. Being able to go between Anyway, why is this room so flippin' hot? God damn. God damn. So that's the practice portion of the live stream. Now it's time to pick a video to bitch about. Alright, let's see. Grab here. Alright, watch later. Alright, this one has 580,000 views. And it's from the one and only Bernth. Let me look at some of the newer ones I've saved. See if they're worth looking at. Hey, this one has even more views. All right, we'll do this from someone named Cameron Cooper. I don't think I've seen any of his stuff before. Mom said to turn on a fan. There are no fans in here. I think the air conditioner just turned on though. Bernth is the poster boy of shred guitar. I'd like you to explain that one. Explain your bad jokes. Okay, let's see. Where is the display? Capture right. Boop. There it is. Okay. And there and here. So no, Bernth might come next. Hey, we got tons of that. Tons of that! Alright, hold on, Cameron Cooper. You know, maybe one of the things I'll do on the vacation is write the disclaimer I keep talking about how I want one. So I have to keep saying anything all the time. I just call them that. Damn right my jokes are corny. Alright, that's it. Don't make me ban you from the chat. Don't make me do it! No, I won't do that. Anyway, disclaimer time. Disclaimer time. This is the first time I'm watching this video. And anytime I do one of these live reactions, it is not with the intent to come tear things down. But let's see if we agree on things. Let's see what I disagree with, if any. What can we add to the discussion? And yes, this absolutely is coattail riding, because I have read it's a very good way to increase your own views. Add something to what's already been done and who's doing better than you. And Cameron Cooper here is doing a hell of a lot better than me in terms of subscribers and views. He's got 159,000 subscribers. I don't even have 10,000 yet. And this video has 607,000 views, posted 1 year ago. I don't think I've seen anything from Cameron Cooper before. But yeah, we're going to We're going to see how he learned, or the fastest way he learned to shred, because that's the title of the video. The fastest way I learned to shred picking. So let's find out how he did it and see what he advises. I'm assuming he will. Let's see if I did the same thing. Let's see if I did something different. Let's just listen.
How's it going, guys? Today I am taking you through the fastest way I learned to alternate pick. A couple of things I'd like to point out. Drop my pick. Just a couple of things I'd like to point out before I begin this lesson. This is not a departure from musicality and the feel before the purists attack. It's simply the licks I learned that helped me really, really refine my technique. And
isn't that crazy how, like, he knew it. Plastidon says, you like Cam's videos. Okay, so you're familiar with him. Well, good. If you like him, perhaps we got a good one today. But isn't that crazy how he's got to say, you know, he feels like he needs to say that? You know, he's doing a video about shred, playing fast, and he knows some jackass is going to come in there like, well, there's no feel. It's so stupid. Like, what is with shred guitar being like the most hated genre? Or even if you're not doing something that's typically shred, if you do anything fast, you always got some son of a bitch who's got to complain about it. It's like, there's no feel to it. Why does everybody have to try and play so many notes so fast? It's like, why do they care? Why do they care? It's ridiculous. Now, whatever. Have fun complaining about it, I suppose.
They really did help in many respects because I'm actually left-handed. I had to work really, really hard on this. So naturally, these should help you out. Some of them are really, really simple. Some of them are a lot more complex. This video is just a giant chop shop of licks that have really, really helped me develop my picking over time. Let's go. I'm going to get straight to the point. The fastest way I learned to sync up my hands and alternate pick the way I do is from learning Zakk Wylde licks, the two-note per string stuff, No More Tears style. And the sole reason I'm starting with these is because I think it's the best practice there is. It's 2-note per string, and if your hands aren't in sync, the lick can't work. And also, because it's pentatonic, most people watching this will know the pentatonic, you can take whichever licks that come after and put them into your own key using the pentatonic scale as the main guide. I'm going to keep them all in the same key, so should you want to move them to E minor, for example, you can move them around to suit that. A couple of technique pointers as well. Use the point of the pick. I think that's fairly obvious. Pick really gently. And also, I'm muting with my wrist in the same place I would be if I was riffing away. First lick that changed absolutely everything for me was a Zakk Wylde lick, and it goes like so. Really simple. That's 13, 10, 15.
It looks like he was starting with an upstroke there. Alright, so obviously this is a reaction video, right? I gotta be nitpicky about things. He says he feels it's the best way, or he thinks it's the best type of practice. I think that depends on what you need to practice. I guess that's really it. I wonder why he's starting with an upstroke, though. I wonder if he'll talk about that. So what is he doing there? He started with the upstroke, and he's using those fingers. I wonder how fast I could actually get that. See, I mean, you can definitely build some speed with that, but yeah, the whole 2-note per string thing. Always have issues with getting crazy fast with it, you know? You can't even see what the hell I'm doing with my right hand. Plastidon over on Kick. Cam plays with feel. Good. It does start with the up, like Andy James also starts with ups for certain licks. So when he does that, interesting. I wonder if it's because he tilts the pick this way. Maybe. Anyway. Hello, I don't know if I'm pronouncing this right. Siostra or Siostra? Maybe it's Siostra. Hello. Alright, let's continue on here. See if he talks about the upstroke start.
1310 on the high E, and then 1310 on the B string, and pluck straight from No More Tears. I start with an upstroke there, but go with whatever feels comfortable to you. Most people start with a downstroke. Next thing you would do to make it fully No More Tears would be to add on the other pentatonic positions. You get the idea there. To make it more worthwhile, you can start to add more fingers, maybe change up the highest note in the lick. So we could add 15 and 12 on the high E there. You might get something like this. Once you get more comfortable with something like that, you can maybe graduate onto pentatonic sixes. I've talked about this before, but the basic rule of thumb is you come down the pentatonic scale 3 strings and then go back a string. Eat your heart out.
I wonder if I can do that. I never practice pentatonic stuff. Ever. I wonder if I start with an up if I'd like it better. Nope. Yeah. Definitely feels foreign. Because again, I never practiced these things. Ah. I don't know if that's as fast as he did it, but that's fine. Let's continue on. Thank you. Here we go.
Then what you might do to change it up even more is go up in a group of 6. Really cool. Try those out. Now that you've nailed those pentatonic licks, now it's time to expand our minds and work on some 3-note per string stuff. And for what's coming up, we are going to be playing in a linear scale pattern, which is basically the same shape but moving up in octaves. Basically Paul Gilbert stuff.
I like doing those things. It's like almost like the cheat code. Because if you could visualize the same shapes going up and down like that, it definitely is quite helpful. Which I did not do. I'm not used to that key. Over on kick. And these licks are great for the syncing of both hands. Yes, indeed. Cam doesn't do blistering speed scales from the videos I've seen over the years. Found these helpful. Well, that's still... I think you can do pentatonics at blistering speeds. Unless you start adding in a third, like some of the things being like 3 notes per string. Doing some economy picking type stuff. But that's definitely faster than most people are going to be playing it. For what Cam just did there. Alright, continuing on.
Really cool. And the first lick would be ascending sixes. I'm basically doubling up what I play on every string that's not an E string. Here we go. Shredder's bread and butter there. Really, really cool. And what's nice about that is that you're
Shred and butter.
starting each new string with the same direction of stroke that you did the previous string. So in my case, upstrokes. The next lick is a little bit more advanced. It's the same scale, but there's a little bit more information to absorb here. Watch closely. Then play what I just did on the A string, but multiply it across the scale, and you get something like this. It's an Andy James lick, this.
See if I can get there. What did he do? Fuck. Is that what he did? No. Let me watch that again.
Like this. It's an Andy. Play what I just did on the A string, but
Right. Cradle of Cringe is playing right now on Hellfest. Cradle of Filth is playing, I see. That band has had... Can you even call it the same band? Old Daniel Davies been at the front man the entire time. I don't know how much of the actual music he ever wrote, if any. There's like no original members left of that group. I used to love that band. They had some damn good riffs at the beginning. The vocals are definitely yeah, the vocals not for everybody, for sure. They could, yeah, it might take some getting used to for most people. Damn it. Well, that's a fun one. The Paul Gilbert thing he did earlier. Classic. Damn it. Come on. Damn it. I have usually if I do that kind of thing, it's jumping down the same kind of scale. But doing it this way, come on, damn it. That's it. Anyway, was never in a cradle of Filth. Oh, wait a minute. There's a few things. The Final Frontier Behind. Yes, that is the Final Frontier. The little tapestry back there. One of my favorite Iron Maiden albums, for sure. And that was a gift from my friend Brian, who actually got me and some other people tickets to go see a version of Cradle of Filth not too long ago. Well, like 4 or 5 years ago, I think. Never in a Cradle of Filth, more into a Devil Driver dude. I have heard of Devil Driver, and those bands are so nothing alike. What? No. Wild Wind Blows is actually one of my least favorites on the album. On that one, what would be my favorite? Well, let's see. Mother of Mercy is one of them. One of my favorites on that. Talisman. I really like that one. They use some dissonant chords they never really used before in that one. I also really like... got several on that one. Thank you. I have nothing against When the Wild Wind Blows. It just didn't have the same impact as some of the other ones. That's all. That's all. Let's continue.
Then play what I just did on the A string, but multiply it across the scale, and you get something like this. It's an Andy James lick, this.
Oh, he does it every single string. Well, I jumped the gun and made an assumption. Shame on me. All right, well, let's try that. Hey, this is a good video. Lots of fun things to try. I would need to practice that to really get a better feel for it, to be able to go maximum speeds, because I don't know the pattern well enough. Damn. Damn it. Whew. Anyway, that's a good one. The reason I bring him up is because I had a friend who was into black metal and extreme gothic metal theme, but I was more into melodic death groove metal at the time. Well, I guess that makes sense. Your friend was into the Cradle of Filth, and you were into Devil Driver. But what about Coal Chamber? What about Coal Chamber?
Then maybe marry that up with Yngwie style ascending fours. You get a killer lick that you can end a solo with. Awesome. Maybe a little bit faster now. Just want to take a quick break from the lesson to share a message from some very good friends of the channel, Megami UK. Megami make the best guitar cables on the
I'm skipping the promo.
planet. Really never have, because every got 9 silent they're absolute or lifetime Megami cables. Getting weird now, and I'm going to stay within the linear scale shape, but I'm going to massively change up the order of things. This first one is kind of Avenged Sevenfold-ish, but it's basically going up the scale, but in a descending fashion. Watch again. Kind of fun there, I think you might like that. comes to changing stuff up. The other one is very similar, but even weirder at the same time. You'd start a whole string ahead and then come back down one, so it would go like so. Jump up to the next octave, D string, into the next octave.
Oh, jeez.
Up again, into the next octave.
I'm not in tune with him completely. Does that mean I'm out of tune, or... Let me just double check the tuning here real quick. Because if I play along with him, I want it to sound the same. Mogami sucks. I take it you've had a bad experience with Mogami. Cold Chamber had some bangers, but Devil Driver was one of my first introduction to Extreme Metal World. From there, I got into Exhumed, Skinless Cancer, Sodom, Exodus, etc. And Des Ferrara is an amazing vocalist. In Flames is the best band ever. Which version? Alright, so how do you feel about the changing members in Flames? If I remember correctly, there are 0 original members. Is that correct? Up 1, 2 back. I think you're referring to the one I just watched here. I got so many things I gotta try and pay attention to. Yeah, I'm definitely out of tune. God damn. Everything dropped. There we go. Now I should be in tune with him. Is that what he's going to be doing there? Oh, let's see. No, Anders and Bjorn are original members. Okay, so they do have some original ones. Because I could have sworn I read... Maybe I was just looking at the Wikipedia thing wrong, but like the original songwriter, the people that wrote music in the beginning, you know, for the very beginning that they left. And Chris Broderick is the best guitarist ever. God, Psycho fan. I actually got to see them once. They opened up for Slayer back in Denver in like, I think it was 2002. I think it was right after Clayman came out. Clayman's a favorite album, for sure. Right, let's get back to here. Now that I'm in tune with him.
Nearly done now.
That's definitely difficult. Especially changing the octaves like that. God damn. Could I do better in a place I recognize more? Apparently not. Good God. need to practice that one. Fuck. There we go. That was alright, I think. God.
Again, very Paul Gilbert in nature, that one, but I think you might have some fun with that. I absolutely love that. Back to a more conventional scale shape. This time we're in what looks like the C major scale shape, but it shares notes that belong to D minor as well. So it may be a C major scale, but think of it as D minor. Keep wearing the D minor hat. And what we're going to do instead here is we're going to start on the root, which is D, and then go back down a note in the scale and follow that pattern all the way through. This particular lick is seen very commonly among fusion players. I've seen Frank Gambale use something like this.
Well, that is in C major. That's, if you look at D as the tonal center, it makes it D Dorian. So yes, D Dorian and D Aeolian, or the D minor scale, share a lot of notes that are the same. In fact, there's only one note that's different. D minor has a B flat, whereas D Dorian has a B natural. So yeah, that is C major. He's playing in D Dorian there. Oh, let's see. What did he do again? That's a tough one. What he just did there. Is it that? I like to call those 2-note coils. Let's just see. Is that what he did?
It's a bit hairy there on the end. You've got to flatten that finger. Really cool lick that. If you really need to find a home for it, remember where we are. It looks like D minor pentatonic. If you're paying close attention, you can maybe throw in something we've covered so far.
And D minor pentatonic is in the key of C major. Did you know that? Yeah, 2-note coils, I like to call those. And man, yeah, they're a huge pain in the butt to play. Joe, hello, sir. I don't know how long you've been here. You had a big laugh at one point. What did I miss? God. Anyway. Joe, what the hell did I say that's so funny? I don't remember. I didn't even see you come back in right away. See, ever been hassled at a guitar store by a Karen? No. Well, share it with the group if you don't mind. Maybe you will. Maybe you will. Lots of metronome practice. And being very, well, very, very strict and disciplined with how you practice. But yeah, those coils are a bitch to get going crazy fast. They're very difficult. And yeah, I like giving stuff like that to students when they really need to work on, as he's talking about here, the synchronization stuff. Syncing up the right and the left hand. The Chris Broderick statement. That's right. That's right. You did have lessons from him. So, Siostra. Over here on Twitch, an old student of mine, he actually took some lessons with Chris Broderick back in Colorado. How many hours do I practice? If it's actual practice, like training, I try and keep it under 30 minutes. Like, I don't recommend anyone really go past an hour. I think about 30 to 45 minutes is a good sweet spot if you're truly pushing yourself. Now, in terms of just playing guitar for the sake of playing, dude, I never do that anymore. Now, back when I was learning, I would definitely do it for several hours, like kind of spread throughout the day. Like 2 to 4 hours is pretty average. You know, when school was in session, I had less time to do it. But I definitely played a lot because I had fun with it. I don't have time to really do a lot of practice anymore. I was getting back into it for a minute there. Let's see. For about a month. It kind of stopped a couple weeks ago because, I was trying, but I was also trying to live stream it too, which I just got so much damn stuff to do. I don't have the time. But like if I was to do it now, I would try and be done within 20 minutes because I do like short little things. I focus on something and get where I can with it in that time. For like speed training, you really don't need any more than that. That's fine. So like if you're doing like 1 or 2 things, you should be done in like 30 minutes really. 30 minutes, 40 minutes probably. If you're trying to do 3 things, it might be asking a bit too much in terms of pure speed building. Kind of really depends on what you're practicing. But yeah, if you're trying to really push yourself, if you're trying to grow, become better at something, about 45 minutes is plenty. As far as just playing for the sake of playing, to me that's not really practice, that's just having fun. But when you're trying to work at something to get better and better and you have to push yourself, about 45 minutes is fine. Because after that, you just really start eating away at what mental endurance. Not just physical, but mental. The story. The story from Deaf World about a Karen. So not long ago, went into his local guitar center. I'm just going to read it for verbatim. So on YouTube, we got this little story here. It says, so not long ago, I went to my local guitar center, right? I go in there, check out the amps and guitars, and came across an old school thrash dude, and we start jamming. We crank it up and start jamming and talking metal. Then all of a sudden, we hear a woman who is about his age start complaining about us being too noisy and try to get the manager on us. Well, how loud were you? And did the manager say anything? Did the manager do anything? Let's continue while we wait for the conclusion of the story.
That kind of Ingve idea that we mentioned a couple of licks ago. This next one's a Guthrie Govan lick, and it goes like this. Wild. I nicked that.
Oh, God. And that's one of the things he practiced to learn how to improve his shredding. How long has Guthrie been around? I guess it's been a while, because I first was told about him when I was in my first office space. God, how long ago was that? 10 years ago? Alright. Ugh. It looks like this one's going to be a bitch to learn. Back on YouTube, continuing the story. And she said, see the guy with the vest and the dude with the baggy jersey? Tell them to pipe down. And manager told her, ma'am, this is Guitar Center. They are allowed to play. It's Guitar Center. Well, that's good. And we both looked at each other devilishly. And we keep on, and she starts mumbling and cussing in anger. And leaves, and the manager was on our side. Well, if the manager was on your side, it sounds like you guys definitely weren't too loud. That's funny. So she goes into a music store, hears people playing, and gets upset. Well, damn. I wonder what she was in there for. Noise-canceling headphones?
From the Ancestral solo, as that's a song he did with Steven Wilson, and I've moved it down to D minor. And the first part isn't that inspiring in terms of picking, but I'm going to set you up for what's coming. So that's your first phrase there. And then the weird pattern comes afterwards, and it's basically taking a pentatonic scale, but instead of going up to the minor...
Oh, why couldn't he just put the tabs on screen? Let's try it.
You up for what's coming, so... in terms of picking, but I'm going to set you up for what's coming, so... for what's coming, so... that's your first...
Joe on Twitch says they must have been playing that there devil music in Guitar Center. Well, of course they were. Was that the pattern? What the hell is going on out there? Jesus Christ.
First phrase there. In terms of picking, but I'm going to set you up for what's coming, so...
I got it right!
That's your first phrase there. And then the weird pattern comes afterwards, and it's basically taking a pentatonic scale, but instead of going up to the minor third, you're throwing in a ninth instead. And if you were to watch the lick from above, it's like you're taking two notes from the right of the scale and flattening the index finger to take two notes from the left. Let me play it for you so it becomes clear. That's if you were to go all the way down. But this is Guthrie Govan, remember, it changes direction in a really awkward place to make it uber difficult. But what you've got here is the first part. You stop there on the 10th fret of the B string, so... then you've got to basically teleport that index finger to the 9th fret of the G string, and you're doing the same thing, but it's like you're doing the same pattern but in the C major scale. It goes from 2 note per string to 3 notes per string midway through the lick, which is a bit awkward, but you can do it, I promise. Then he ends on a chromatic phrase. Really love that.
So as interesting as this lick is, I without the tab up, I'm not going to try and memorize this damn thing. It's too freaking complicated for me to get down right real quick. Back to comments on YouTube. So you wanted to be a rock star, but you ended up on YouTube. That's kind of how it happened for me, anyway. Because I sure as shit ain't a rock star, and I'm on YouTube. No, but me and him had a lot of fun pissing her off. He was playing Slayer, and I was jamming Sepultura. So you were playing two different songs at once? Or were you just going back and forth?
No, that's A string, 10, 9, 8. That's really, really cool. If you wanted to play it like Ancestral, you'd move it up to G sharp minor. This is one of the most helpful sequences you'll ever learn for alternate picking, and it's groups of 4, but in a 3-note per string format. I'm picking...
Question on YouTube is, what do I think about Sophie Lloyd? I don't know who that is. So I don't know. Is this a solo person, solo guitar player, or are they in a band? Because if it's a band, I might know of them, but the name I don't know. And you're sure I know her? No freaking clue. What is Sophie from?
An easy fingering just for the sake of the lesson. I'm going 13, 12, and 10 on the high E and the same on the B string. And the pattern goes like so. Watch closely.
Oh.
Once you get to the 10th fret there on the B string, it's then time to climb back up to the top of the pattern there and repeat.
Oh. Hey, you changed it up.
You get the idea there. All you do is change up the position and you can create something pretty devastating, actually.
Isn't that the keys to the Ferrari Michelangelo Badio lick? Back and forth, not necessarily a riff battle, but more of a just sharing our interests. Gotcha. Lord Potato has finally graced us with their omnipotent presence. No, that's not the right word, is it? I don't know. They're actually right outside this door right now. Now that was a little bit different. He's doing. Yeah, that's a tough one to get going fast with too, because you got to keep weaving in and out of the strings there. Any of those coil type things are a pain in the butt to get going crazy fast. But yeah, they'll definitely, once you get them down, they certainly help with the finger synchronization for sure, the hand synchronization for sure. But you'll never get those kinds of things that fast. Oh Lord, we might have a power outage. I may not be alarmed if the power shuts off, but I'm not going to be happy, I'll tell you that. Use your damn potato powers to make it not happen. Hello, Shade Viking. Good to see you on. Alright, anyway. Well, thank you for giving me the best compliment of the day. Bam! Jesus Christmas Christ. Like, I've been told I have a Beyonce-sized butt, so there you go. I got a big ass. And my nose is pretty big, too. But I don't work that one out. That's all genetics.
Really cool. Reminds me of Gus G a lot, that. To close the lesson, we're going back to where we started, which is Zakk Wylde, but a slightly more complicated version of it. And this time it's going to be 3 notes per string on the high E, and then 2 notes per string on the B string. Watch closely. That's your pattern there. 12, 13, 10 on the high E. Then 13 and 10 on the B string. And then you would repeat.
Damn, it's a tough one.
You can have a lot of fun with that one. And all you would do is change up the position. So
Yeah, he's definitely way faster at that phrase than I am. I never practice it. I don't think I've ever learned it either. Oh, Ninjo shared a potato over on Twitch. Look at that. Potatoes are growing. That's right. You see, when I tell people that, when people on here ask, like, who's the fastest of this and that, I'd be like, and ask if, like, am I faster than this person, or is that person faster than me, and things like that. It's like, well, I'm faster at some things than certain people, and then some people are faster at certain things than me. So there you go. Cameron Cooper can play that Zach Wildlick faster than me. And a big part of that is he's practiced it a lot, and I haven't practiced it at all. So there you go. I don't know it, so I can't do it. God damn it.
you want to sound really freaky. There I've got on the high E and B string 17, 15 and 13. Really fun. Try those out. Just a little practice tip before I close this video. Some of you are going to say, isn't it best to use a metronome to get up to speed and all that stuff? If it works for you, go for it. In my case, I didn't do that. I learned the lick, got the sequence down in my head, played it endlessly on my own, and constantly built up the tempo and tried to get more comfortable with it based on how well I knew it, and then funneled it into the song I first learned it from. There are loads of different ways to get up to speed. If a metronome works for you, go for it. I'm just telling you, that's not what I did, and it worked really well for me. Thanks a lot for watching this video.
So he is someone who has the genetic gift to just do it. And that's fine. I would challenge, I don't think argue is the right word, but I would challenge that if he did. I know, here I go sounding like an egotistical jackass. But I bet if he used the method that I preach about, it would have saved him time, and that's it. You know, it's just all. To me, it's just like, you know, learning about weight training, lifting, and understanding the principles to get the most or the fastest results. Being really efficient, you know. But yeah. I bet he could have gotten it down faster if he did it the metronome way. But it worked for him, so there you go. It doesn't really matter. He had fun doing it, I assume, because he kept doing it. So there you go, it worked. Been to East LA? No. I have not been to East LA. I'm not sure what parts I have been in, if it even counts as LA. Closest I've been there is old Disneyland as a kid a few times. We're going to LA again in October to see my favorite band, and it's going to be one of the last times I actually stand for a concert, because god damn it, I'm getting too old for this shit. Hey, I just saw something pop up on Facebook, and I recognize the word sir, and that's about it. So her sir, GDMORNERENG. Good morning? Hello, sir, good morning. Is that what that means? Hello to you as well. Let's see, where genetics is more important, bodybuilding or guitar playing? Depending on which one is more important to you. I really don't know. I don't know how you'd even measure that one. Genetics is going to be an important part for both. I have recently learned about something called, I believe it's called dyspraxia. And it's basically, there's a lot of movements that you just genetically can't do very well. I wouldn't be surprised if some of the students I have worked with in the past have that or something like that, because some people, they cannot do stuff. They simply cannot. So yes, when people say genetics don't matter when it comes to this stuff, or that anybody can do it after a certain amount of time or effort and all that stuff. Like, nope, not everybody can. It's a shame, but you know, that's just the way it goes. Just like I will never be as large and muscular as I want to be. Not possible. Of course, people I looked up to and inspired to put on the muscle also took steroids, so I have no intention of ever doing that because I don't want to lose my gains, god damn it. I also don't want to have the negative health risks that come along with it. It's not worth it. So I just get, you know, big as I can, try and stay lean, all that fun crap. No, they cannot. Absolutely cannot. I've given stuff to people that I thought would be incredibly easy for them to play fast pretty quick, and it just doesn't happen. You know, people talk about, you know, being able to move your hand real quick, right? So, like, I'm right-handed, and I've been playing for over 20 years. But just because I can move quickly this way, now look, I'm making like the same motion, right? That's perverse. But I can do this here, I can do that here. But as soon as the pick touches the string, it's different. It's different, right? You can drum your fingers pretty quick, right? People can usually just do that just fine. But when it comes to putting your fingers on the frets, on the strings, and syncing up the pick and all that stuff, there's definitely a mental block that happens with a lot of people. And just because you can move in the air real quick or tap the guitar real fast like that doesn't mean it's going to automatically translate to the instrument like that. And here on YouTube, Shade Viking says, Angus Young has said he has very small hands, so it's tough for him to play some stuff. Yeah, hand size can make a difference on certain things. Like, when people show, like, four finger, like 4 notes per string kind of things, there's certain stuff that I can't do it. Like, because there are certain stretches that just absolutely kill my wrist. And I won't touch it because I've already had pretty bad wrist problems from overdoing certain things. Don't push joint pain. Don't do it. If you have joint pain, connective tissue pain, that's a big no. Don't ever push those things. That's a terrible idea. Terrible idea. Because you might really injure yourself. I sure as shit did. I basically had to, like, figure out new ways of holding my wrist to be able to play again. That sucked. That hurt. We're just about at the end here. There's like, what, 20 seconds left here? Let's just finish this out real quick.
Video, I really hope you've liked what you've seen. If you feel you've learned something, please make sure you hit like and subscribe. I'm uploading tutorials all the time, and hit the notification bell, all that good stuff. Once again, thank you very much, Megami, for sending those cables over. Please make sure you check those out. I'll see you again in the next tutorial. Take care, guys.
Yeah, that was a good video. Well, that's nice. One of the first times in a long time I had nothing to say against. And Joe over on Twitch confirms, never push joint pain. That's right. I've been streaming for about an hour and a half here. I need to do a quick check-in with my wife. Ooh, we got the fancy churro protein bars. Okay. Well, I suppose we can watch one more video. Yes, I do have wife. She says she's lucky. I say I'm lucky as well. I'm the really lucky one. especially because she's willing to put up with my autistic ass. Not everybody is. I'm very lucky. Alright, so we're going to remove that from the Watch Later playlist. That was a good video. But yeah, all that stuff in there you can definitely use to improve your playing. Now, as far as pushing, actually building and pushing picking speed, those I wouldn't, like the licks he showed there, most of those I wouldn't use. Some of the Paul Gilbert type things, that could work really well. That was more of a, I guess, Plastidon over on Kick said, really good for syncing up both hands. Can I react to, God, can I even pronounce that? Kiowa by Portraits. Let's do that. Let's do it. Tyler Shep music. We're going to do that. All right, let me do this. And Portraits. Is this your band? Is that what's happening here? Well, maybe not. I've got people asking me to watch other people's stuff too. So let's see. Quad Cortex playthrough. Alright, I guess we'll watch that one. This is where I get demonetized, isn't it? Maybe. Who cares? I suppose I should give a bit of a disclaimer on this one as well. And not what you're thinking. So, I'm not diagnosed, but I am convinced I do have autism. So, you're going to see a lot of blank stares on my face. It's not because I'm bored, it's not because I don't like what I'm listening to or anything like that. I just look like I don't have anything going on up there sometimes. And when I'm listening to brand new things, rarely ever is it going to be something I'm like super, super into. So, if you're wondering, why is his reaction so... It's because my brain is so... So, please don't take it as an insult. Oh, Plastidon. All right, there you go. All right, so now that I've said that one... Yes, please excuse my face. Joe Satriani influenced that guy. Sounded like Satch right out the gate. Gotcha. All right, here we go. I guess I'll pause if I have something to say right away. As I've never done like a reaction to an actual song while it's going, have I? I don't think so. Anyway, I'm going to shut up and play this. I got something for that. That was a very unexpected, interesting chord change right before it went heavy. That was pretty neat. Oh, look at that. He got me. That's unique. That note right there. That was a neat change. Well, look at that. You got me to find something interesting right away. Hot damn. I did like all that bass stuff going on there. I was wondering, like, is there two bass players? But no. I guess he was just doing the slap and pop percussive stuff on the guitar as well. Very fusion sounding, yes? Looks like he's doing hybrid picking there. Well, all right. I didn't expect that. Yeah, there were quite a few moments in there caught my attention in a good way. Joe says on Kick or Twitch, I see why they let in with a click track on this. Yeah. They definitely know how to use modes to their advantage in songwriting, because they used unusual sounds, stuff you're definitely not going to hear in popular style music. Definitely some odd time signature stuff going on there. At least it sounded like it. I didn't try and count it, and I have no interest in trying to count that right now. My brain's had enough crap. I like how... Now, my business name is Mile High Shred, but I like how they didn't do overly shreddy stuff. Like, that was well done. Yeah. Let's see. Go through the comments here on YouTube. Aren't they so cute with their quad core pedals? That's right, QC. Sound like Sach and Vi combo to me. That's my opinion. Nothing like Sach and Vi. More like Tosin, Aaron Marshall, and Pliny. Well, I don't know a ton of Vi. Or, I mean, I don't know a ton of Satriani. But I have, yeah, I can't think of any Satriani I've heard of that sounded like that. I definitely don't know a lot of Steve Vai. I really don't know any. So, we'll have to, yeah, I don't know. I haven't heard anything like that really. Sound like some elements of fusion in there. Very proggy stuff. Well thought out there. Joe says, I tried to count it, couldn't really follow. Yeah, there's so much stuff going on in there. Feels like you need to like loop parts of it because it's probably just continually changing. I don't think it was like one continuous time signature the whole all the way. It's like keep changing kind of thing. Can I react to Red Letter by Arch Echo? Let's do it. Why not? Red Letter, Arch Echo. Pow. Very technical though. Too all over the place. Didn't like it. No, that's fair. It was technical. Big time. Big time technical. Alright, let's check out this other one here. Well, that was not for me. Yeah, they're all clearly very skilled at what they can do. The music is way too happy for me. And then that trying to be all super aggressive at the end there, just, oh man, that fell flat. Like, so yeah, me, just fiddling around there. Sorry, I was bored on that one. It wasn't mean enough. Let it be more aggressive. Alright, I cleansed my palate. Yeah, the first one, I definitely like that one a lot more. Because that was interesting. They used a lot of stuff that's not normal. The one we just watched and listened to, yeah, it was way too happy. And, yeah, not for me. Totally fine if you like it, but yeah, not for me. And it's not like I don't listen to stuff that doesn't have some happiness to it. I mean, hell, power metal's pretty damn happy a lot of the times. One of my favorite bands is Halloween. They got happy sounding stuff, but see you later, Deaf World. Glad you could be here. Good luck on the grocery shopping. It's about time to be wrapping things up here anyway. It's been a couple hours, or almost 2 hours. Got to watch a decent video this time. That was nice. No, really no disagreements at all. Keeper of the Seven Keys, yes indeed. The only thing I know about that one is, how would that go on this? Nope. How did he do that? Ugh. That is not very easy to do on my 7-string, because I usually play with the thumb over the top, so I can hit that F note while they're doing the A minor chord. That doesn't work very well. Stuff like that. Oh, yeah. See you later, Shade. Glad you could be on. Anyway. Hey, John and John. Hey, man. Take care. We'll see you on the next stream, hopefully. Alright, enough of that. I think it's time to call it. Whew. It's freaking hot in here. I think it's because I'm working up a sweat playing. Oh, pretty good stream. Good one to end it on for 2 weeks. Yes. There will be no stream next week. There's a vacation happening. So, back to the regular time, 3 p.m. Pacific time, in 2 weeks. And yeah. Chug, shred, tugs. Goddamn right. Thank you, John. Alright, that's it. So yeah, thank you to everyone who came in. John, Sal, Plastodon, Mr. Taylor, Joe. I think that other guy left a long time ago. And the blessing of Lord Potato. Alright. See you all again in 2